Hey guys, it's Skylar here to do something a little different. I'm gonna do sort of like a DVD review, sort of. And today I have something I've only recently discovered as of this recording. It is these. Okay, Step by Step. Now, for those of you who have never heard of this show, it's sort of like a '90s version of the Brady Bunch, wherein two families, one mother with three kids and a father with three kids, married and come together and combine to create one large blended family. Um, this is it's a show very similar in vein to Full House and Family Matters. It was one of those Miller Boyette, Laura Mar television, etc. shows, all made by the same company, and they kind of look very similar. So I only found out very recently that this show came to DVD, I think starting in 2018. So they've released, as of April, they've released all 7 seasons, and I've bought them all. And I decided I wanted to share my thoughts. Instead of doing each season individually, I'm kind of just doing it all at once because they're all very similar with my thoughts. So we're gonna start with the first season here. Um, the cover art is very similar to a single DVD release from I think 2006 called TV Fan Favorites that won a release of this show. Of course, it didn't say the complete first season on top. It had the same photo of Frank and Carol, but it had the photos of the kids on the left side here. I might just pop in a picture of that. So yeah, let me explain. So we had two big stars from the '70s: Suzanne Summers from Three's Company and Patrick Duffy from Dallas. They were the main stars of the show, and they had three kids apiece, and plus one nephew. Um, the back here kind of explains it all together. Carol Foster is a high-strung, college-educated beautician with a type A personality. She's a self-sufficient, proud single parent of three polite, well-behaved children, and proudly runs a meticulous household. Frank Lambert is a laid-back contractor who finds humor in even the stickiest of situations. He recognizes the importance of disciplining his three rambunctious kids, but he hates rules as much as they do. So you can kind of see where this is going. It's kind of like one family is all nice and proper, and the other one's kind of messy and laid back, and they come together, and there's all sorts of weird, wacky situations. So one important thing to note about these DVDs is they are actually Warner Archives MOD manufacturer on demand releases, which means that they're not, I don't think they're necessarily available in stores. They make these DVDs when they order them, hence on demand. So when somebody orders one, they make them. So I think that's really nice because, first of all, it causes them to be a bit cheaper than your normal average DVD release in general. And it allows this show, among others, to be released, which they probably would never have been otherwise. Warner has actually done this for a lot of their shows. They did it for Growing Pains, which already had 2 regular releases, and also for Family Matters, which had 4 regular releases. And the interesting thing about these MOD releases is in place of the normal DVD logo, you see this kind of just plain text DVD. You can see that for Growing Pains, which I'll show you real quick up here. So Growing Pains had 2 regular releases that were in stores, and they have the normal DVD logo with the little spherical disc under them you can kind of see. But then starting with season 3, they just have plain text DVD, which means that they are the manufactured on-demand releases. And the Family Matters had the same thing. They had the first 4 seasons released normally, and then 5 through 9 were the MOD releases. So that's something to know. It doesn't really matter too much. Like the quality doesn't suffer much at all. It's just that they just note that they are manufactured on demand. And I think it even says, let me see what it says. Yeah, here's the thing. It says It is a little disclaimer. This disc is expected to play back in DVD video play only devices and may not play back in other DVD devices, including recorders and PC drives. Because they use, you'll see, like, sometimes they do. You'll see, like normal DVDs you could find, in the store yourself. They have a bit of a purplish hue to them. I've only noticed that for the first season, though. The rest of them will have a normal silvery-like look to them, and I've actually tried all the discs in my PC, and they do function. So it's just a disclaimer that they may not work, but I think in most cases you're fine as long as you're not trying to play them in anything weird. I don't know what. So anyway, that's an important blanket statement for all these releases, because they're all manufactured the same way. So yes, so season 1, all the releases have these basic snap cases with the discs kind of just sitting here. All the discs for every season will have some sort of art on the disc with a listing of the DVDs. I mean, a listing of the episodes right there, disc 1, and it'll tell you what episodes are on the disc. So that's pretty nice. I said they all look pretty much like this. I'm just going to go through them, real quickly so you can kind of take a look to see what they look like. So that's season 1. Now we come to season 2. Season 2 is a bit of a nicer cast photo of sorts. It kind of looks like it might be season 2, or maybe I think usually with these things they kind of make a mixture, but I think this is a pretty accurate season 2 representation. So season 2 has, like I said, a cast photo, or at least a composite cast photo. You can tell that if you look at the first season cast photos at the bottom, they kind of match some of the ones used in here. So I don't know if they put this together or if it actually was a cast photo. You can kind of tell there might be some editing going on with the lighting against the back of the characters and stuff. But anyway, so it looks much nicer, I think. And then they save kind of like some episodic clips, and there's a description. It's basically the same description. The discs have that same cast photo, and again they list the episodes one by one on each disc, which is nice, so you kind of know, I guess, if you know what episode you're looking for. Although I think in most cases you're just gonna kind of watch them all. Let's move on to season 3, which has another nice looking cast photo, which again looks like it's probably from around season 3. You can see they've gotten a little older. Again, another little blurb on the back, kind of describing the family, and then kind of give a little bit of a description of what happens. But I'm not going to go through that here. Oh yeah, like I said, starting with season 2, they actually do look a little more silvery in appearance. You can kind of tell. Actually, let me get the season 1 back out so you can kind of see the difference. Now, if you read the reviews online, some people say that all these had like the purplish hue. So here's season 1, which kind of looks a little purpley, and here's the rest of them, which look a little more professionally made silvery. So I don't know what that's about. I had no issues with season 1 playing back whatsoever. So maybe it's just whatever they have to use at the time is what you get, is what I'm guessing. Like I said, they make these when they get ordered. They don't just make them and hope they sell. That's why they're made on demand. So they have the cast photo, and again they list the episodes. Okay, I don't want to waste too much time on that because, like I said, they're all pretty much the same. Got a season 4. Going to season 4, they have a cast photo, and again it looks pretty accurate, I'd say. This is what the back looks like. Open it up, and you got the same thing, the photo with the listing of the episodes. All right. So I just want to give you a little look. Now season 5, here it is. Another cast photo. Okay, look at the back real quick. I think if you go online for these, they have the little blurbs in the description, so I'm not going to go ahead and read all those because that would be kind of boring. Okay, they list the episodes. Now, if you, I think in particular, if you look at Amazon for season 5 reviews, I was a little worried because people were saying that they looked bootlegged, and they mentioned the purplish hue on the discs, and they said that they were mislabeled. Like, they said that they had the correct disc 2 and disc 3 label, but that disc 3 was another copy of disc 3, and it was missing episodes. And a lot of people, there was several reviews that mentioned this, but the set I got, it was perfectly fine. So I don't know. I had no issues. Season 6, the cast photo, where we go back, we had Cody here, played by Sasha Mitchell. He left the series and was semi-replaced by Bronson Pinchot. I love saying that. As Jean-Luc, business partner for Carol. He lasted 1 season. Look at the back. And rinse and repeat, cast photo, list of the episodes. Okay. And the last and final season, after which ABC canceled the show and it moved to CBS. Same thing happened to Family Matters. You have the 7th season. Now, the interesting thing about the 7th season is that it only had 19 episodes, whereas the other ones had anywhere from 22 to 24, I think. And so they decided to put it onto 2 discs instead of 3. Alright, I don't know why they had to use this. They couldn't just put one on this side. I don't know, but it looks a little awkward, if you ask me. But that's what they chose to do. And the weird thing about the 7th season is if you look at the 2nd disc, it lists The Half Monty, Wherein the Money, Moving On Up, and Justice for Some, the understudy. However, Moving On Up was actually the final episode. So it's actually supposed to be The Half Monty, Justice for Some, the understudy, Wherein the Money, and Moving On Up. That's the order it's supposed to be in. I don't know why it's in a completely random order here. I tried to look it up and see if it was production order they decided to put it in, but I have no explanation for this, but that's the order they decided to put them here on the disc. So if that matters to you, you can just play them in the correct order. If not, just watch them. But I think it's better to watch them in the original order, because Wherein the Money is the episode where Cody comes back for a last cameo guest appearance, and Moving On Up, while it's not really the series finale, it's the episode in which they consider moving, and that kind of gives it kind of a series finale kind of feel to it. But other than that, the episodes are all there. So let's talk about another important thing that matters to a lot of people when it comes to buying TV shows on DVD is, are all these episodes uncut? I might try to put these in the description if I can, just so you don't have to look. But so we have the first season, and as you can see, they all appear to generally run around 23 minutes apiece, 23 and a half minutes. There's one that's a little shorter at the end, Country Club. I don't think there's anything to worry about. I believe, in the case of Step by Step, if an episode were edited or syndication print, it would have the Patrick Duffy voiceover at the end, like Family Matters does. And from what I remember, there were none of those, so I'm pretty sure these are okay. But I'm just going to show you what the runtimes are here. Like I said, I'll try to put these in the description if I can. I don't know if there's a character limit. Season 2 is more or less the same. 1992 to 1993. The first season was 1991 to 1992. They still appear to run around 23 and a half minutes. Some are about, 15 seconds shorter, but that's pretty normal. Sometimes they run a little shorter. Sometimes they run at just over 23 minutes. That's pretty normal too. Alright, for the third season, 1993-1994, it's more or less the same. Anywhere from 23:15 to 23 and a half minutes. Pretty consistent. Nothing weird. Now for the fourth season, in 1994, the actual running length for the episodes dropped a bit, so this is normal. Now they dropped about 30 seconds. About 23 exact, or 22 and 55 seconds. It's all pretty normal. As time goes on, the general running length of shows does drop. Some of them are a little lower, like 22. You got some low 22s here, but I don't think there's anything to worry about there. Okay, for the fifth season in 1995, we have another bit of a drop. Now they all kind of linger around the 22-minute mark, and I think that too is normal. Some of them dip to like 21:56 or 21:54. I think that's normal. I said none of them have the Patrick Duffy voiceover, from what I remember. So I don't think there's anything to worry about in terms of are these episodes unedited. I'm pretty sure they are. All right, for season 6, which only ran starting in the spring of 1997, it was not on the lineup for the fall of 1996. So that's why I only put 1997 there. Sorry, I covered up with my hands. So we have another drop. I think at this point in history, shows were pretty much this short to begin with. So, and I think ABC tended to run shows a little bit shorter sometimes. So I think these are okay. It's also notable that in season 6 there was no opening credit sequence like there were for every other season. So that might have contributed to these being a bit shorter as well. But again, I think these are all right. All right, then finally, when CBS picked up the show, they actually increased slightly in runtime. Oh wait, that's not the right one. What the heck? Oh, okay. Okay, there's a couple of typos here. These, I don't know what happened here. These 5 here are supposed to be 22, not 23. They're not that long. All right, so keeping that in mind, they're supposed to be 22 minutes, not 23. I thought I had the wrong one for a second. Yeah, that's interesting. They actually increase in run length for some reason. That's why I think, I think ABC had just generally shorter run times in general, whereas CBS had slightly longer ones. But again, these are pretty normal. Just like I said, these are supposed to be 22, not 23. Warner Brothers did a pretty good job at releasing unedited episodes with original runtimes. I don't think there was really any issues with music in these. But Warner Brothers generally doesn't have an issue with music rights. There's a couple times when there was copyrighted music. I can't remember offhand what the examples were, but I remember saying, "Oh, they have the original song there. That's pretty nice." As for the actual quality, the video quality is pretty good. It's pretty much on par, maybe slightly better than what you'd see on TV reruns. If I don't even know if they're where you'd even find it to watch on TV these days. I believe this show was originally shot on film, so they kind of have that look to them, like a bit of a soft film look. I highly doubt Warner would go to the effort to remaster these, especially for manufacturer-on-demand releases. But they're good. They're good enough to watch. They're definitely nothing weird or unviewable about them. The audio quality is generally pretty good. You can hear it just fine. And as for special features, well, as you'd expect for a basic, bare bones release, there are none. But that's okay. At least we have the show on DVD. So I highly recommend these to anybody who either likes the show or they like shows like Full House or Family Matters or Perfect Strangers. So it's a bit of the cheesy 90s humor, but if you like shows like that, then you'll definitely like this. I was not, like I said, I was not aware that the show actually got released on DVD. I guess I hadn't been looking for a while. So I've been waiting about 10 years. So I'm glad that they're finally here for release. Expect to pay anywhere from $20 to $30. I'd shop around a bit. Some of these I bought from Amazon, but some of them I found cheaper on Walmart, actually. I think 1, 2, 3, and 4 I got from Walmart. 5 and 6 I got from Amazon, and 7 I bought on Walmart as well, because at the time when I ordered it, it had not been released yet, and I pre-ordered it from Walmart. And Amazon didn't have it for pre-order, I don't think, which is weird. But it's available now, and it probably should be available on Amazon. So, like I said, shop around a little bit. At this moment in time, like I said, between $20 and $30, depends on where you look. But I think that's reasonably priced. Eventually, they'll probably drop to below $20. So that's it. Like I said, I just wanted to kind of just do them all together because I think as separate season reviews they would be really super short. So let me know if you guys maybe want me to do some more of these. Because I have a lot that I could review, as you can see. There's a lot for me to review. And not so much review, but like just kind of talk about maybe a little bit too. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.